You say you're sorry and you're leaving. Don't think we'll work out and it's just a feeling. I say, hey baby, don't you worry. Just want you happy, and if it's not me, then you can go on your way. I never force you to stay, but I'm so far from okay, yeah. Oh, oh, let's be alone together. Oh, can we be alone together? You can go off on your own, I'll love you whether. All alone, we're alone together. You tell yourself this is the right thing. Oh yes, you miss me and you're so damn lonely, but you don't come back in the morning. I fall asleep dreaming that you hold me, but you don't reach out again. And I'm just here wondering, how long were you pretending? Oh, oh, let's be alone together. Oh, can we be alone together? You can go off on your own, I'll love you whether. All alone, we're alone together. Oh, oh, let's be alone together. Oh, can we be alone together? You can go off on your own, I'll love you whether. All alone, we're alone together. Oh, oh, let's be alone together. Oh, can we be alone together? You can go off on your own, I'll love you whether. All alone, we're alone together. Oh, oh, let's be alone together. Oh, can we be alone together? You can go off on your own, I'll love you whether. All alone, we're alone together. You say you're sorry and you're leaving. Don't think we'll work out and it's just a feeling. I say, hey baby, don't you worry. Just want you happy, and if it's not me, then you can go on your way. I never force you to stay, but I'm so far from okay, yeah. Oh, oh, let's be alone together. Oh, can we be alone together? You can go off on your own, I'll love you whether. All alone, we're alone together. You tell yourself this is the right thing. Oh yes, you miss me and you're so damn lonely, but you don't come back in the morning. I fall asleep dreaming that you hold me, but you don't reach out again. And I'm just here wondering, how long were you pretending? Oh, oh, let's be alone together. Oh, can we be alone together? You can go off on your own, I'll love you whether. All alone, we're alone together. Oh, oh, let's be alone together. Oh, can we be alone together? You can go off on your own, I'll love you whether. say you're sorry and you're leaving. Don't think we'll work out and it's just a feeling. I say, hey baby, don't you worry. Just want you happy, and if it's not me, then you can go on your way. I never force you to stay, but I'm so far from okay, yeah. Oh, oh, let's be alone together. Oh, can we be alone together? You can go off on your own, I'll love you whether. All alone, we're alone together. You tell yourself this is the right thing. Oh yes, you miss me and you're so damn lonely, but you don't come back in the morning. I fall asleep dreaming that you hold me, but you don't reach out again. And I'm just still wondering, how long were you pretending?
Hi guys! Hi guys! Thanks so much for making it to the most important part of this video. Before I get into it, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And then also subscribe. I'd love to see you around in my future videos. Some of you may be wondering why I decided to weigh myself for the 28-day Summer Sculpt Challenge, because in the 100 ab challenge, I decided only to share waist measurement and body physique video shots. For this challenge, I decided to weigh myself because the workouts are not so focused on only one muscle group like the ab challenge was, and it's more like total body. Now we know that the weight doesn't really show a lot of the progress you're making, but it does show something, and I was interested to see if it would change at all, especially because I was comparing over a month and not every single day, because day by day those changes really don't mean anything. Now, even though I used a scale, I am a strong believer that weight is the least representative measure of any progress in strength, endurance, body composition, and overall health. Some more representative measures that I kind of favor using over weight are body progress pictures or videos, tape measurements, feeling cute, realizing you can run further without being short of breath, noticing that you're able to lift more weight. There's so many other components of health besides your weight. Now let's talk about BMI. So BMI is a measure of health that is based on height and weight. So for me personally, I am 5'5" and I weigh 150 pounds. So putting those numbers in the formula just puts me in the overweight category. Now I wouldn't consider myself to be overweight. I just consider myself to be fit and strong and powerful, you know? A lot of times when people argue against BMI, kind of like how I am, they'll say, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger and look at The Rock. BMI is so like off scale or whatever. But I can understand how as a normal person, you're like, okay, well, I'm not Arnold Schwarzenegger and I'm not The Rock. I'm just a normal person, and BMI is made for normal people. It can be really easy to still measure yourself according to that. So I'm just a normal person too who just tries to keep fit, and I'm here to tell you that the BMI system fails me. The measurement of health based on weight fails me. I just really want to emphasize, don't stress so much about that one number. There are so many other numbers you could focus on. I also want to say that, yes, my weight did go down by 3.4 pounds, but honestly, 3.4 pounds is nothing. I would so much more depend on the video physique progress kind of comparison over the weight, because 3.4 pounds, like I could be 150 pounds again tomorrow if I just don't poop today, or I just eat a salty meal and drink a lot of water. So that was everything I wanted to say about weight and the scale. Now, in terms of how this month was for me overall, it was a lot harder than the 100 ab challenge. This is for various reasons, but most obviously, the 28-day Summer Sculpt challenges were 30 plus minutes long, whereas the ab challenge was like maybe 10 minutes. And so obviously it's like 3 times longer. So it's harder to kind of incorporate that into your schedule. But in addition to that, just this month in general was a little rough for me. Before a couple months ago, my depression has had a great long slumber of like 3 years. But in the last couple of months, I had a little bit of a trigger that kind of pulled me down back to a place where I could kind of remember how that felt. Now, it was not nearly as bad as it used to be when I almost died from my depression, but it was kind of scary to remember that bitter taste. And I felt like I was dragging my feet every day, and I had crying spells. I didn't have motivation to like fold my laundry or study, or just I couldn't find motivation to send emails that I've been putting off for 2 weeks. And so, as you can imagine, it was really a great feat to have the motivation to do these workouts. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, and I didn't even do this challenge perfectly. If I'm being honest with you, I missed 5 days. So I missed about one each week plus an extra one. None of them were 2 days in a row, but it was hard. Also, with like missing a few of the days of workouts, my diet was also pretty trash. I ate a lot of sugar, some amount of fried food, a lot of buying out just because I was trying to kind of feed myself, but I didn't have any kind of energy or desire or want to cook anything. A lot of days for these workouts, as my schedule's already pretty packed as a med student on clinical rotations. There were days where I already only had 6 hours to sleep, but to do this workout, I would get 5, which also in itself is not the healthiest thing. So I'm saying all these things not just to complain to you guys, but just to really show that life is more than the 30 minutes of this workout. If working out and eating right and being at the pinnacle of my health was my main focus, my greatest goal every day in the last 30 days or the last 28 days, then obviously the results would have also been a lot more dramatic. The results would definitely reflect that that was my main kind of thing I was working towards this last month. But the reality is that life is chaotic and multifactorial and just a lot more complex than that. So I want to let you know that I'm feeling a lot better over this last month than I did at the beginning, which is great. I saw a therapist for the first time, which 10 out of 10 would recommend to anyone. I'm also putting more time into things that make me happy, things that bring me joy. And one huge part of that is being here and making videos with you guys and talking to y'all in the comments. It just really helps me. And so I thank you so much for being here. Okay, if you made it to this point, you're the real MVP. Comment below this clapping emoji and I'll know who you are. Now, before we go, of course, I must remind you to find beauty in every day, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Let's be